Okay. Hi, y'all. This is me, Jay McCray. Let me push this. Jay McCray. It's cold outside, so I got on my cold clothes and my hat. But this is me, Jay McCray, the Jay Shrink, Jennifer McCray, the Jay Shrink. Today we're going to talk about the interesting case of Dr. Umar Abdullah Johnson and his long battle with people thinking that he doesn't have a PhD, or he never wrote his dissertation, and he's going around saying that he's a PhD to every function that he gives lectures to, and nobody can prove that he has the PhD. So I've known some stupid psychiatrists with medical degrees, and they gave me the wrong medicine, wrong treatment. So a lot of times, just having the license and stuff is not, that it doesn't make you a perfect person. I've been to some horrible people, and they have all kind of licensures, and they're horrible. They like I said, one of the psychiatrists almost killed me. Well, anyway, so this is Dr. Umar Abdullah Johnson. Okay. He's so many different things, y'all. I'll sum it up. Okay, let me tell you what he does first. He goes around to different churches, different functions, different countries. He's trying to get a boys' school for black boys, because black boys, they don't have a chance in America. They usually end up in gangs or dead or in jail, or in mass incarceration, which is jail. And unlike black, girls usually, most of them usually go on to college and get a degree and get their credentials and get a job. And it's just a few of them just lay up on welfare and have a bunch of babies. But it's the boys, because they do not. Okay, because remember when I just said that some of the girls, they never had any role models. They were on welfare for generations, and they have babies at 12, 13, 14, and then they have like 4 and 5 babies. I saw a girl have 4 and 5 babies in the store. She wouldn't get the babies out the way, but anyway, she had a bunch of babies. And and these babies are normally by different fathers, okay? Multiple babies by multiple fathers. Therefore, some of these babies turn out to be boys. And as we know, this is a patriarchal society. And boys need men, male role models. If they don't have a father, uncle, or coach, or some kind of male role model, otherwise they fall into this hardcore pornographic, violent gangster rap, drugs, or crime. So those girls, they were young when they had them. They didn't know how to be women, so how they gonna teach their sons how to be men, right? Okay. So Dr. Dr. Umar, everybody call him Dr. Umar Johnson, but Dr. Umar, he's proposing, and he set up a GoFundMe page. It's been suspended because he's under investigation now. But anyway, he's put up a fund, and he's gone to different churches, schools, stores. He's gone all across the country, all across the world. So he's been everywhere trying to raise funds for this boys' school, so young boys can be. Remember, like the days, say when my parents or my grandparents, back in those days, young black men were men. They weren't wearing dresses and purses and stuff, and they didn't have their clothes, all their pants at their knees, and trying to run to catch the bus with their pants at their knees. And so they had gentlemen, young gentlemen. They had some type of male model to teach them how to be young men, young gentlemen, and not just a thug, and glorifying being a thug and not having 1,000 golden teeth and they have no, and I'm gonna tell you, they have no etiquette. They'll jump in front of me. I'm old enough to be some of them, the grandmother. They'll jump in front of me or any other older woman. And you have to tell them, look, this is an older person. I mean, you're a young person, you're supposed to have manners. I'm sure your mama taught you manners. Obviously, their mothers did not teach them etiquette. She had so many children at one time, and one after one, you can't teach them. So they just like stray cats. Everybody going every which way. Okay? I hate to say that about people, but it's true. Okay, so anyway, so Dr. Johnson, Umar Johnson, he wants to get the boys school because, like I said, the black girls, mostly, we want to work. They want to get an education. They want to work. They want to start a family. But they don't really have a chance for a family with those thugs as boys. But anyway, so Dr. Johnson, let me do this, y'all. Dr. Johnson's trying to set up a school. And he has several different places. He raised the money, I think he raised $700,000 from GoFundMe. And he said money is still in there. I don't know what's going on there. Having some fiduciary problems about the money. So I'm gonna have to get like this, y'all. Okay. So anyway, they're having some type of let me put this down so y'all can see me. Okay. So they're having that, and there have been a lot of people that have been investigating whether he has his his bachelor's degree in clinical psychology. They call it school and this and that. What I don't understand is that my degrees, when I go somewhere, I have them. I have the copies. I don't have the originals. But I take the copies with me. I take the transcript with me, if I'm going to do a workshop or whatever. But he refuses to do that. He says that he's done it in Pennsylvania Board of Psychologists. So he won't take them to the places where he, so those people can see you got the credentials, because I give a lot of workshops too. And they get to see my credentials. Okay, and so anyway, like I said, people call. A lot of people in the mental illness and mental health called. They were concerned that he was using the boys to get the women, because he said he was celibate. But anyway, he's been looking for the for the school. He's been by 4 different places all around America. And what he does, like I said, he gives his speech. He has a book. I don't know I don't have the book, y'all. I don't have it. I would have made a picture of it, copied a picture of it if I thought about it, but I wasn't thinking about it because I'm working on another video. Okay, so anyway, he's trying, and the thing about it is, well, they say he's a fraud, scam, this and that. But I I can't see that. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what I think he has. I don't think he's a fraud, a scammer, this or that. I just think he has some mental problems. Okay, that's what I think he has. This is it's not he's trying to scam the money from people. Listen, that because certain mental disorders make you spend too much money or gamble or things like that. So we'll talk about that. So anyway, he would go to these places. The people would pay him, or they would pay the GoFundMe account that's on the internet. And let me see. And he had his book. He sold his book. He sold some T-shirts, and like I said, I think the man is brilliant. He is one of the best orator. I mean, I can't even think of any that I've seen as good as him in a long time. He is an excellent, and he is extremely knowledgeable and extremely intelligent. Common people can't do that. This man knows psychology in and out and every which way. Common people can't do that. They don't have the time to know all the different learning disabilities, all the different DSM-5, cluster B disabilities. They can't know all that unless they've been to school. You have to go. So he has gone to some type of school. I know he may not have his doctorate, but he at least got at least one master's because he's got too much knowledge. And people keep coming to him, and I can't see having myself having a master's and having to write all those theses and all those different things and having to take all those hard ass courses and the statistics courses and stuff. I mean, it's just This man, he's got some type of degree, some type of psychology degree. It may not be that the doctor that they're trying to pin on him, but he's got some type of because he can't just run around and just spout out stuff or just run around and read off stuff. You had to sit in a classroom at least 4 or 5 years to know what he knows. Because he knows exactly the things that I know and even more. And I know a lot because I've been in and out of this field. So anyway, Dr. Boyce Watson, who, he talked to him a little bit. And, Dr. Boyce Watson, he's a doctor of finance. So he can't really, even though he has Your Black World, and he has different people on there, he kind of gets out of his lane, as Nasheed, he gets out of his lane. And I was listening to him this morning when I was getting dressed, doing a little critique of Dr. Umar. And he knows Dr. Umar personally. And he was talking like Dr. Umar was just wishy-washy, just wishy-washy. He want this, he want that, he want this, he want, doesn't know this, doesn't know that, doesn't this, no, does that. He gotta get the people to get the money. Yep. He gotta get to line up with people to line up the money and all that stuff like that. Because of course he's finance. And he was talking about how that was his area there. That was his area to say how he mismanaged the money and how he couldn't show how he was accounting for the money. So that was Dr. Boyce's, that was his area. But he got out of his area when he tried to psychologize Dr. Umar. I do agree with him in this, and I'm gonna read you some symptoms. of what I think he has. Based on what I know about him, I've been knowing him. I've been reading. I've been reading him on the net for like the last 5 years. So, anyway, I think he has narcissism. I know Trump has narcissism. To be successful, everybody has a little narcissism, but some of us have more narcissism than others. Dr. Umar has the misfortune of having a pretty severe case of narcissism. Okay. I'm trying to find the beginning of it. Okay. It says, y'all, I done lost my page. Wait a minute. Hold up. What I'm looking for. I might have put it in the wrong place. Yeah. It's not in the wrong place. Let's see. Okay. People who have narcissism, got these things out of order. I got number 1 and 2 out of order. 3, 4. Okay, y'all bear with me, okay? Okay, they have low self-esteem, and they mask it by having high self-esteem. They make it look like they're grand, they know everything, they're very overly confident, they're very driven, and they rise to occasions of positions of power and influence. And another thing that I've noticed about Dr. Umar is he doesn't like to have anybody, an assistant or a mentor. Because I ask when I do my workshops, I ask someone more knowledgeable than me, is this sufficient or is that sufficient? But he likes to do it on his own. So that is narcissism. He's driven. He's very, very driven. He's, like I said, he's been all over the world. The man never sleeps, but we'll get into that in a minute. So, okay. So, I guess I can't just read some of this stuff because it says in various ways they're constantly driven to prove themselves. I'm sorry, y'all. They're constantly given to prove themselves both to others and to their not so confident inner child. They kind of like, and he does this too, go into a tantrum. If you don't agree with him, he'll go into a tantrum. And narcissistic people are known to do this. They're self-doubting, and they hide it well from others, and they really are afflicted with feelings of fear and inferiority. That's why he just won't. He won't produce the documentations, that people tell him to. I don't know why. And he wears a mask of false bravado. Doctor. Oh yeah, he does that. Okay, like the time that he got this. They call these little street guys, little conscience guys. I don't know about it. Something about black conscious. And they're not, and then they usually just high school graduates, but they read these books about Africa and Egypt and all that. So, Dr. Umar, he wanted to have a competition with this little man named Sudi. And, he did the words. he was very inferior. He had inferiority complex. He got on there first. They let him go first on that round, on that video. And he talked like he was straight out of the hood. He was saying MF. The man was light-skinned. He was calling the man a cracker. He didn't see how he could live with himself being a cracker. He was just, he was not focusing on the issues at all. He was focusing on what we call ad hominems, that is attributes of the person. That he was short, that he lived with his mom, and just, it was awful. And he was cussing and fussing and fussing. And the man got on, and, he already knows how to do that. And he made him look real bad because the man didn't cuss him out or call him out or anything. So anyway, there was a backlash. And after that backlash, oh Lord, they talked about him bad because they had said something to him. He was cursing Dr. Umar, and he picked up the phone. And when he picked up the phone, put it to his phone, it put it to his ear, it rang, and everybody got a laugh out of that. And so he let it die down, that inferiority complex, and that false bravado. He had it bad that day. He let that wear out probably about 2 weeks. Then he comes, I don't know if he's in some type of little room. He has a cap on. He's not with his dashikis and his suits like he normally wears. He has this little cap. He's been all over like this. And he's like, I didn't mean to do what I did, but he provoked me. It was like he was blaming the man. He came before the man he was to debate. And he, instead of just apologizing, he was making all kind of excuses. So, I'm sorry. That was bad in itself. He wasn't real contrite. He was making excuses. And then he started back to blaming the man that he was giving the lecture to. And nobody could believe it. But that's what happened with narcissists. They posture. He was posturing. And the man with no education shot him down. And you can imagine in a narcissist, somebody in a highly educated narcissist, somebody with no education shooting you down while you bragging and boasting. That's shameful. Okay, so that's another part of him, and that doctor and that I saw too. Everybody saw, but Dr. Boyce Watkins, he had mentioned that whenever he sees, and sometimes you see him down, he's not always up like he normally is. So Dr. Boyce Watson said, well, whenever I see him, he's calm, cool, collected, and down. And he talks about his stuff and things like that. But then he fusses at the people that they're not giving him enough money. How he gonna get to schools? And I mean, how can you fuss at the people you're trying to get money from? He's criticizing them and calling them cheap, and they must don't want anything for their children. And remember, these black people that don't have much money. I mean, so he talked about those people bad to get money out of them. He kind of like that Creflo Dollar. He shamed people into giving him money, and that's not good, And most of them are young women. Well, not necessarily young, but women with boys. That's his favorite. Okay. So we talked about narcissism. It's my way or the highway. That's him. And he reacts contrary to other viewpoints. We just said that. And if some other when Roland Martin came on and he was on that show, he was contrary to them. Anybody who says something different, there's so many people that's against him, y'all he's contrary to everybody, just about. He even fell out with Dr. Boyce Watson, and he was the one that was on his side, and he gave him money. Let me see. And he gets very angry. He gets arrogant. He's extremely arrogant. And he's like, I did this. I can get the boys. This don't nobody else in the whole world know how to do. And his biggest lie. I'm the what is he? Something of Frederick Douglass. I'm the great grandson of Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey, and only I could do it. There's nobody else other than the United States who can build this boys' school the way I can. They can't come sagging. They're gonna have to have their hair natural. They're gonna have to have this and that, and he's just something else. And so he get a lot of anger and rage and externalize it on people, and that's he's a contradiction, you know. That's what I can say. But he also does what this one says: project onto others quality traits and behaviors they can't or won't accept themselves. Like I just said, he says that he knows more than everybody else. He's the only one that could do this black boys what is it called? A black boys school, you know, to make them out of men. I guess it's kind of like a military school. He's trying to make it like that. So he's a typical narcissist. But okay, what I'm gonna tell you, and y'all do remember what I told y'all. I told y'all that I have a master's in psychology. I'm not a diagnostician. I'm not a psychologist with a PhD or PsyD. I can only give you my opinion based on the people that I've treated and that I've worked with, okay? So this is going to be the little area like the other ones, okay? Nobody said this, but I'm going to tell you I know. Y'all do know that I'm bipolar, right? I think this man is bipolar because he travels all over the world. He does not have a house. He's gone. He's in a different city every day. He's hyper all the time. He's just let me he's manic. And in bipolar, you know, bipolar you have your highs and your lows, right? Okay, so in mania, he's happy and high for long periods of time. And you know, I experienced that myself. When you get in front of a crowd, they make you giddy and happy, and it's just, I can't describe the feeling. But I used to do that until I got called out. They discovered I had bipolar. And a decreased need for sleep. That's him. I think he gets 3-4 hours of sleep. He's extremely restless and impulsive. We talk about that money and going from place to place, doing things without telling others or consulting with others. He's easily distracted and an overconfidence in his ability. I can do this. Can't nobody else help these boys. I can help these boys. No, you need help. You need either a mentor or assistant or something. Okay. And engages in risky behaviors, uh, from gambling and with people's life savings and going on spending sprees. So they think he's doing that with their money because the money went from $700,000 to $400,000. So they're thinking that he's financially, he's being very impulsive with the money and how the money is allocated and spent. And it says he has racing thoughts and rabbit talking called pressure of speech, and I have that. Oh, that's how they call me in my job because I had a lot of these symptoms. Denial that anything is wrong. Because that man he's not going to admit he's wrong. That man, he's a demigod. He's not going to admit he's wrong. Everybody else do. But you know what he do? He'll project it back on them. And he's easily irritated, specifically, like you said, the people hounding him about the different degrees and where he got this degree, that degree, and all these different degrees. And some people said that he's supposed to be doing the sessions on the phone for free, and he promised to do certain children, and he doesn't do it. Probably because he's overstretched and he cannot do all the children that he promised. I know, I've been there as a bipolar. You can overstretch yourself, and it looked like you don't want to do it, or you just forgot, but it's just you're too tired to do it. You just stretch yourself out with all the mania. Poor judgment, and we talked about that. Sustained unusual behavior, and see, these are things that Dr. Boyce Watson didn't understand. He just said he acts funny, eerie. Those are symptoms of mania, okay? And increased sex drive. He had a problem with a prostitute, but I ain't going to that. So, but the man clearly, I don't know if he is a substance abuser. And he's very paranoid. Extreme. He's paranoid of his own father. Anybody who says anything, everybody is against him. Everybody has an agenda against him. So that's that's and he does have those little periods where you have some depression. I've seen it. And let's say Dr. Boyce Watson's seen it. He'll have little mini sessions, and he usually have a cap on or what you call it? Well, he'll have a cap on, I can't think of the name of it. Something on his head. He won't be. He just will be just real soft, smooth. Yeah, like that. Okay, and that's the depression part. In this, we see feeling sad or hopeless for long periods of time. See, he goes out and hides. Then he does not go out and do those workshops. He's been in Africa, Asia. He's been everywhere. He doesn't even have a house. His mania is overwhelming. I don't know about him losing interest in activities. And he does have that change in appetite. Because 1 year you'll see him chubby. And then the next year you'll see him slim. So he does have those changes in appetite. Problems with memory, concentration. Oh yeah, fatigue or energy. Lack of fatigue or energy. And I don't know about suicide. All I know is that the last thing that I've heard is that he's he's tired of these people hounding him, and he's just trying to help them, and they don't want help. And he's going to go to Africa, and he's going to set up his school there. Now we wondering, is $4,000 going there too? $400,000 going to Africa too. So yeah, it started out with 700, now it's 400,000. Yeah, there have been professionals on his back, and when you're already mentally ill, and okay, let me tell you this. Normally, when you get your PhD, you have to go to see you have to go see a psychologist so that they could evaluate you and assess you and see if you're ready and everything. I don't think he went through that. That's my one question about his not having that PhD. I don't think he's gone through that requirement where he has to see, just like you or me, has to go and see a psychologist, and the psychologist assess if he's ready or not to be a psychologist, to handle business, to handle transference, to handle all those things. So that's the question mark for me. It's not, these little things here. It's just he needs to be diagnosed. I saw bipolar. A lot of people saw Dr. Boyce Watson said narcissism. Narcissism, it's pretty easy to spot, but bipolar it's not as easy to spot unless you've been there. You got a relative, or you like me, you have bipolar. I saw bipolar, and I said, this man got bipolar. He's got the type, a very rare type. He's got the type where he's manic all the time. See, whereas mine, I'll get hypomanic, and I'll be able to do a lot of things, do a lot of activities, make money on the side, do this, do that. And then it'll go, mismanage money, just do all kind of crazy and impulsive things. And then when I'm depressed, I'm just out of it. I'm just like on the couch, don't want to take a bath, don't want to eat. So his mania is just that extreme mania. And there's also another form of extreme mania. This is the irritated type. He got that, and I had that one too. It's called dysphoria. And the good part is called euphoria. So he has a lot of the euphoria. He's manic a whole bunch. But if you don't see him a lot, you can't tell. Like, when my boss and my students had noticed my changes, they said something because they saw me every day. But if you don't, this man is every day he's gone to a different city, a different state, a different country. You can't really see it, but I see it. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm just saying it looks like some of the symptoms of bipolar disorder from a person who does have bipolar disorder. So, and I've also I've conducted bipolar groups. So I've worked with bipolar people. I've had group sessions with them. So I know bipolar. And I don't know. Okay, y'all, I'm still new. Could y'all please subscribe to me? Okay. Y'all know I just started in October 2007. And I know I'm not as cutesy, flashy as Cynthia and Lovely T and all them, but I'm just factual. I come from a very scientific background, my mother in a military background, my dad, so I'm kind of matter of fact, and I'm gonna still try like I did those celebrity things, the celebrity worship. I'm gonna try to put some fun things in there, but that's just I was trained to be in the psychology field and to teach. So that's my personality. It's not a commentary personality. It's a teaching personality. So you can see these things on the internet, because internet always YouTube is always not funny, and women fighting and men kicking each other in the butt and all that stuff. You need to learn from it. I told y'all my platform is to learn. But I will be putting funny things in there if I see them here and there. But y'all, please learn. Please, especially black people, y'all really need to know about mental illness. Y'all just don't give a damn. I have tried so mainly. And y'all rather go to y'all's preacher and go to see a theatrical show from the preacher, give him all your money. And at the end of the day, you happy while you're there, because that's a placebo effect. And then you come back, you're home, you don't have no money because you gave it out to the pastor, you this, you that. So, I try to work with pastors, but they are afraid of me for some reason. They don't want me near their congregants. They don't want me near their money. And I'm not even doing it for money now. I got a GoFundMe page. And I was going to do it from that. And from the ones who have sliding scales. So anyway, in that respect, I'm kind of like, I'm not as bad as Dr. Umar, but it really makes me angry that, because even my Facebook, a lot of those so-called ministers and preachers and stuff, they block me and unfollow me. And I say I will work with them, but they don't want to hear it. They got their own little agendas, their own, that's why those young black people are not going to church. They say, one, they don't have enough money for 3 and 4 offerings. And they say, 2, they tired of seeing women jumping up and falling down and all the dancing like that in the nightclub. They might as well go back to the nightclub. And y'all gonna be mad at me, but I'm just gonna say I'm a Catholic. I know what you're gonna say. My religion, the priests molested a zillion boys, okay? They may have done that, and I'm sure they have. But I tell you one thing, if you go to a Catholic priest and you mentally ill, he not going to say them demon in you, come in and let me lay hands on you. A Catholic priest going to refer you to a psychiatrist and a therapist. That's the difference between the black church, the Catholic church, and the white church is going to do the same thing. The middle class ones there and the higher class ones. They're going to refer you to a professional in the mental health field. They're not going to try to do it on their own and make you worse. That's unchristian. Okay, so anyway, that's all I want to say. Thank you.